So thanks for having me on your show. And let me begin by saying that this is an unprecedented situation which none of us could foresee. And when I say none of us, it's not just administrator, politicians, doctors, and even the common citizen of India, because the second wave, the virus is more virulent, the infectivity rate is higher, and people are desaturating very fast. So the requirement for oxygen is huge. So there is a huge now demand for oxygen, and oxygen suppliers are not able to meet up with this growing demand. So to give the district administration their due credit, I mean, they are trying, calling, and everything. But the point is, end of the day, the oxygen is not reaching us. So I am a doctor, and my only and the sole job that I do is to save lives. So when the oxygen does not, and we are living on a day-to-day basis, we have large storage, tankers for liquid oxygen, but now the supply is 1/3, whereas the demand has gone up by 5 times more. So we are getting the replenishment, which lasts us only for a day. So if the tanker does not come at night, then the next day all hell breaks loose, and that's how I took onto the Twitter this morning, and I was seeking out help. So the problem is, of course, the demand has gone up, and the second is logistics. And let me tell you, there are a huge number of states and where there are steel manufacturers, metal welding, industries, which have the provisions of liquid oxygen, but they do not have the tankers to get it to the states that require it. So, in my opinion, today it's one nation and one problem. The problem is of oxygen, and we need to fix our surface logistics. And we have to see how we can move from one state to the other seamlessly in those tankers, which, today, for instance, the administration has just provided me, 1 ton of oxygen, and they have assured me for another 2 tons, which would see me through till probably 3 a.m., and because the demand is so huge. We have networked and we are getting another tanker because the corporates are coming forward from Chhattisgarh. And, but the corporate which was giving us the oxygen did not have the tanker. So we had to try and get the logistic people with the oxygen people and try to get it. So in my opinion, when, the stakes are so high, the doctors are working round the clock, fatigue is setting in, the morale is low because of lack of oxygen. And we have to do what it takes. And I'm not saying the government or the people are not pulling all stops, but I am at the end user level, and I need uninterrupted supply of oxygen on a day-to-day basis and not run with 1 day at a time. And that's my plea.
No, so I'm also very curious for two things that I wanted to ask you. Firstly, your account and your handle briefly was restricted after you put out that SOS tweet about lack of oxygen. Was there any clarity on why that happened and how it got restored? Secondly, you say the administration provided you some supply today. Now, was it because of your social media outreach, or did you also reach out to them separately? Is there a system that the hospitals are now aware they can utilize to get in touch with the administration?
Yeah, the first question, that was a surprise to me because I'm not on Twitter. This was my first tweet ever. I created the account in the morning, and the account got suspended. Even I was not sure why. But then what I did see was a lot of, public uproar, and that's how probably it got reinstated. And I will be fair to the administration. It was not because of the, social media posting. They have been on a day-to-day basis, trying their best to do what they can. But end of the day, they have not been able to provide it because the production lines have been, the production line in and around Gurgaon are kind of getting choked. So what I'm trying to say is we have to look beyond Delhi NCR. Chhattisgarh, for instance, I know has surplus oxygen. When people saw my tweet this morning, they said, why don't you start a hospital here? We have no dearth of oxygen, but we don't know how to supply it to you. So the issue is currently high demand and logistics. Let's get these two together. And I think in the next 7 to 10 days, this problem will be behind us.
Let's hope so. Let's hope in the next, 10 to 12 days, this problem is behind us. But even in the next 10 days, let's hope that we're able to save more and more lives and you all don't have to go through this daily, hourly trauma of where your next cylinder of oxygen is actually coming from. Thank you so much to all of the panelists for joining us. Really appreciated.